down. Oh.
What's going on, peoples? Now, I'll say this.
What?
This is a crazy reality, like in the YouTube universe. We've never met. Like
we have never met.
We've never actually had a conversation before.
but we be talking in the comments.
We've only ever communicated in the comment section of each other's videos. There's never been an actual conversation between the two of us. So we don't even know if we're gonna get along.
Whoa, not you might hate me. That's crazy.
We don't even know if we get along for real. So here we go. Well, we're gonna have a whole conversation about a TV show that we all watch for some reason. So
well, we know why we watch it. We know what we're here for.
We definitely know why we're here. So can you see your chat? Because I think I can only share chat from my page. Are you keeping an eye on yours?
Okay, I'm gonna be real. This is my first time using StreamYard. I don't even know. I'm not even on YouTube. Do I need to get on YouTube to see the chat?
I mean, to see yours probably, because I'm pretty sure you can see my chat.
Oh, I can see. Oh yeah, this is your people over here. Hey, yeah. Hold on. Okay, first time using this, y'all. Give me a second, because I don't want to get feedback from the live. So hold on, y'all might hear my channel start. Oh wait, there we go. Okay, there we go. So I muted myself, right? So
no, you're not mute.
No. I mean on the actual live stream, I'm muted. I think. So there's no feedback.
Oh yeah, I don't hear no.
But
feedback.
Yeah, okay, good. Then I can see my chat. I can see your chat. Then we're good.
All right,
let's do it.
So we're talking about season 9 of Love Is Blind. Like, okay, so I was a little late to this season. I didn't start watching it until Love Island Games concluded. So then I kind of binged the first 6 episodes. I don't know why they released so many episodes in that first drop.
I'm tired of sitting through 3 hours of pods. I don't want it anymore.
Way too many pods.
I'm so over it.
I think there was a time when people were asking for more pods for just for context, just to get.
I was one of those people. I regret it. I take it back.
Well, I mean, I get it in a sense. Like, you want more context of the relationships between the people in the pods.
Yeah,
because sometimes they walk away with these fake best friendships, and we never got to see those develop. So it's kind of cool to see a little bit of that, but it's just way too much. I think they've gone too far with the conversations actually between the actual couples. Like, we get way too many conversations between people who don't make it to the trips.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Although, every season there's people who end up making it out the pods, end up getting engaged that we don't get to see. And I wish they would follow some of those stories a little bit more. To your point, instead we over here following Edmond. So, it's all for the ratings. And I'm a little bit of a different point of view on that situation, because I understand that it's reality TV. They're trying to make the ratings, they're trying to make the money, they're trying to get people to keep watching. And so I understand the creation of drama. I get it. I don't knock them for it, but I just want a little bit more love. Like, I want a little love with my reality TV if it's going to be a dating show. You know what I mean?
For Love Is Blind, everybody should be like Patrick, honestly. It should be a whole cast of Patricks. Like,
why Patrick?
Because he actually applied for the show. And you can tell.
Oh, you mean, okay.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying like literally him. I'm just saying.
I was like, wait a minute, he's problematic.
No, but I'm saying like people that actually apply for the show that are like truly intentional about wanting to meet their person in this unique way and get married. Because there are too many. Like, this and Married at First Sight. The fact that they recruit people for those shows is insane to me. Yeah,
I mean, but like, I would love to know what the recruiting process is. Like, are they going out on the street? Like, the way that I always describe it is like, oh, they pluck this person off the street. Like, that's how I picture the recruiting happen. But maybe that's not how they do it. Maybe they have a process.
From what we're seeing, is all Instagram. Like, everybody that gives feedback on their recruiting process says that they were reached out to on Instagram. They were DM'd on Instagram. And I think that's crazy. Like, for this show specifically, you're talking about getting engaged to somebody you've never seen before, potentially marrying somebody. And then on Married at First Sight, you walk down the aisle to the person.
Yeah, Married at First Sight is a beast. They just be like, Throw you in a wedding dress. Good luck.
You cannot recruit. You can't recruit for this. Like that, it can only be people that apply.
And my thing is, do you believe that it's a lack of people applying? Because I don't think that. They're recruiting because they want people who look good. It's kind of like a Love Island thing. Like we need the hottest people on the show.
Yeah.
So
no, that's what it is. That's what it is. They're literally recruiting. They're recruiting for aesthetics. They're recruiting for people that they think we're going to find entertaining. But I think it would be way more entertaining to get genuine people, even if they're not the most physically, aesthetically pleasing. You know what I'm saying? Just the general everyday people who are genuinely trying to find love. You know what I mean? Like that would be way more interesting to me, because then you can see even them. Like imagine like two ugly motherfuckers trying to deal with each other. Like, accepting that they are on each other's level, like that would be funny as hell. Like I would like to watch something like that.
You know, they're chasing the excitement and what is the word I'm looking for? No, I guess the popularity of season 1 and Lauren and Cameron is everybody's favorite couple. They're trying to get that again, but they don't realize they got that based on the fact that it was a real season. Yeah, because it was the first season.
Yeah, and that season also had its mess as well. With old boy that didn't reveal that he was bi and all of that stuff. Like that season had its messy situations.
Your memory is impeccable because I forgot that.
Yeah, and shorty that was drunk and was hitting on the other dude, old girl's fiance, somebody else.
See, but the thing is, they could get regular people on there and they could still create drama. They can still create a little drama. Yeah,
regular people are fucked up.
Exactly.
So just let regular people on here, and they're gonna do wild shit because that's what people do. You know what I mean? So I think that's the problem with the show. They gotta stop recruiting, because there are too many people that are coming on here with wild agendas. People that typically
at this point, they all coming on for the fame. Somebody in my comment section the other day said, "Oh, I think everybody's coming on for brand deals," and I'm like, "Well, when it comes to Love Island, I definitely agree that people are going on there for the brand deals. I don't know if it's brand deals for Love is Blind, or if it's just like I want to promote my podcast, I'm trying to promote my YouTube, I'm trying to promote this.
It's exposure, because you don't know what that exposure is going to give you. You know what I'm saying? Like you got millions
you get
of
a bad edit.
You. Yeah, but you might get a bad edit, but even sometimes villains sometimes get a fan base. You know what I mean? Like think of Huda on Love Island. Like she was a complete villain, but she has a very powerful fan base.
No, so she has racism. But she has racism behind her. That's the power of racism.
A lot of people are powered by racism. Like, we got a whole government powered by racism right now.
You know listen, talk about it.
You know what I'm saying? Like we can go there, but I'm just saying, like there is incentive just in the exposure. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be in front of millions of people for days upon days. Like that kind of exposure can't be purchased. So
that's true.
Just to have you might catch a wave. People might fuck with you enough to take you out of the daily 9 to 5. So I think that's why people do it, not necessarily the brand deals, but if they can get a following off of coming off here and some people vibe with them, then they'll go for it. Yeah,
I agree.
I mean, you'll still get that with the people who are applying. Like there'll be people within that mix who are only applying for that aspect of the show. But I think you'll get a whole lot more Patricks as well if y'all stop recruiting people like that.
Yeah. Patrick created his own drama too.
Yeah. I mean, Patrick was just.
I mean, well, let's get into it. Let's talk about these.
We can talk about Patrick. We can talk about Patrick. Matter of fact, I have a graphic. Let me pull it up.
Oh, go ahead, graphic. Look at you. You prepared. I love.
Well, no, I ain't. Don't. It's just. It's not. It's a picture. It's literally just a picture. So, hold on.
Patrick has no self-esteem in the chat. I agree wholeheartedly. He has no self-esteem in his entire race. It seems like almost. Oh man, this was such an awkward scene. It was so bad. Poor man didn't realize he was getting broken up with.
Deep down, he did, because it didn't make sense. Nothing she said made sense.
She kept saying she put her legs around this man when they walked out the door.
Yeah.
I'll see you later. I just we'll hang out. We'll talk.
Matter of fact, I'm glad you brought that up, because I'm gonna need you to explain that, because I can't even.
You don't need me to explain that. No, I'm rational. I got common sense. I can't explain none of that.
Okay, but from a woman's perspective, why would a woman do that?
Because she doesn't want to hurt his feelings. On top of the added fact that this is on TV and she doesn't want to be a villain. Everything about what she's doing is optics. She told us she was recruited straight up. And so her ex-boyfriend, current boyfriend is the one who got her to come on this show, right? She's here for optics. And so from a regular woman's point of view, you don't want to hurt his feelings. He's a nice guy. You're just not attracted to him. It doesn't mean that he's a bad guy. He's bad looking, but he's just not your type. And so she's trying to let him down easy. And so she keeps saying, oh, it's just, it's not that I don't want to do it, but it's just not going to work. And she's tiptoeing around it because she's trying to be nice. And a part of that, not in this case, but I would say like in a regular situation, sometimes women have to let men down easily because you never know what the reaction is going to be. This man might be crazy. He might stalk her after this, So it's like we just kind of get used to tiptoeing around things. I would say that's my point of view.
Okay, I'll co-sign that. I don't think she felt that in this situation.
No, definitely not. I'm just saying it might be just like a habit reaction of letting guys down easy.
Yeah. Oh, this you talking about Annie? Yeah, we'll get to Annie. Yeah, we'll get to Annie.
She is, but yeah.
Yeah, no, this scene was wild. Like I was fixated on the fact that she was literally just wiping every fluid that fell out of her face.
Listen. Every time I see someone that's crying without tears, I think about you because you're gonna call it out every time. You're gonna be like, it wasn't even no tears on their face.
Like she had fluids coming out of her face, but she was wiping them all on him, and that was the
nose. She wiped her snot on him.
Straight on his face, straight on his neck, like all up in his head, like she was conditioning his scalp.
Stop. I don't need to see it.
No, it was gross. That's all I can see. The whole scene, that's all I can focus on. Like I don't know why he wasn't just like, hey, like
oh man.
I'd have been knocking her arm off, like, hey man, like I get you a whiskey or something real quick. That was nasty. She had it sitting right there on the table.
She just wasn't using it.
And I didn't show it though, but like she wiped it on his leg too. Like one time she wiped her nose and then wiped his pants, and then she was rubbing on his shoulders and whatnot. Nah, she was doing a whole lot. It was
I did see that though. I saw that in your video. I didn't even catch it. I was too busy worried about how she was sitting here trying to let this man down easily and he wasn't getting it. But when I saw your video, I did notice she was wiping her nose and wiping it on his neck, and
yeah, that's what was
spreading the germs all over the place.
That's what was bothering me the whole time. But no, I think it was pretty messed up that we found out later. I don't know, I forget whose video it was where they brought this up, that production didn't even tell him until like a couple of weeks ago, like real time, a couple of weeks ago, that she came and told them that it was attraction.
We saw him, or we saw her talking to production before, being like, I just don't see myself getting there. But it was obvious that he didn't know because he said, well, what did she tell you guys?
Right, but I'm saying he still didn't know till like a couple of weeks ago, like real time.
They do that so it's fresh in his mind, so they can create jobs. So he can go to the union and be like, man, why didn't you just tell me? Like that's on purpose. That's by design. But it's messed up. But
okay, fine. Production, they some assholes. They do shit like that, cool. But the fact that she still to this point hadn't just broke it down to him, like, look, I just wasn't attracted to you. That's what it was. Like she still had him out here twisting in the wind, thinking that they just had this weird breakup. And she ghosted him out of nowhere. Like he came in talking to the guys about, her not responding to him, and literally being like moments after they met up that this all took place.
That's I feel that. Even Patrick deserved, some human decency. And I think I even said that. Like she could have gave him a common courtesy of just flat out saying it. He's gonna find out. Why let him find out this way with everybody else in front of all these people? And it's not, the thing is, it's not even just the people who watch Netflix, because I contribute to the people who are gonna come on YouTube and talk about it.
Yeah,
it's gonna be tenfold by the time So,
and I mean, we see this with dudes all the time, though. Or you can tell it's happening right now with Joe. Honestly,
I can't stand him. I wish he would just tell her. I think she knows too, though. I think she knows too.
I think it's the perfect transition because these people didn't make it any further. I'll talk real quick about Patrick and what was her name? Annie or Anna. I think it was Anna.
Annie. Wait, she is Anna because there's another Annie. She's Anna.
Annie is the one that's with the gay dude. It's Anna. That is
Anna.
Yeah, Anna. What do you think that was? Because she says it was her family. Like she couldn't deal with the distance and them not knowing why she was gone.
Chinese and period.
That's it.
That's all. Both of them had this whole conversation, and that's why I was really annoyed with their whole interaction because they kept harping on, oh, tell me more about you're Asian. Oh, where from? What's your mix? We know his whole makeup before he even get out the pies because they over here talking about it. Both of them made it very clear, I date white. Now he said, hey, it might just be due to proximity because where are they at? They in Colorado this season or something like
Colorado,
that?
Yeah, Colorado,
It's just a lot of white people there. Now, for her, it didn't sound like it was proximity. She said, look, my parents wanted me to bring home an Asian man. They found out day one. First man I brought home. It wasn't going to be that.
Yeah.
She's not attracted to Chinese, and that's okay. It's not a big deal. Like, but don't sit here and call this man hot. Y'all going back and forth. Oh, it's so, you're Chinese. Oh, that's so hot. Oh, you're Kim. Oh, so nobody believed that. Y'all look ridiculous.
What made me so uncomfortable about that scene is like he almost felt ashamed because
he said Chinese not almost.
And half Cambodian. Like that hurt me. Like just to hear another person define themselves, literally defining themselves of where they're from, what their heritage is, and say it with such shame and like pain in their voice, like it was something to be, man, like that really hurt. Like, and I wonder, like, the people that he grew up around, like whoever had this influence on him to where he feels this way about himself, like fuck all of y'all, like for real. Like I hate to see people not be proud of who they are and where they come from.
All right, we agree on that. I think I even mentioned that in my video. I was like, as a Black American, I feel like I have no choice but to have pride in who I am because a lot of the world just doesn't like me, especially as a Black woman. We could go on and on about that.
Yeah.
I'm never going to tell somebody, yeah, I'm Black. Stand the fuck up. Can I say stand the fuck up? Like have some pride. Yeah, and Chinese culture is so rich and like there's so much with that culture. Like how could you not be proud of that? How could you not be proud of that? Embrace that. I hated that for him. I hate that he feels that way.
Yeah, me too. All right, but we did bring up Joe, so we'll go ahead and transition.
Sleepy, sloppy Joe.
We'll go ahead and transition.
You have to be strong as a minority. I agree, M. Smith. Why you get this good picture of him? Get that man sloppy drunk in the bed.
I was trying to get a decent picture of her. You know what I'm saying? So at least they're both smiling. We know what's really up, but so we got these two, and it's obvious. Like from jump, he's not attracted. It was obvious. Like the whole talk that he had after the meetup. When he's sitting there with the camera and he's so discombobulated, you can tell he's just trying not to say the wrong thing, not to come off the wrong way. Mm-hmm. But it was clear like the issue was attraction. But she's not ugly. So here's the thing, like he knows, okay, I signed up for Love is Blind. I knew there was a chance that I'm going to end up with somebody who I may not initially find attractive. Now, she's not ugly. So I just need to lock in and see if I can like this girl. And you can see like the wheels turning. And absolutely. I could feel that he was being genuine. Like he was trying not to be rude. He was trying not to be like, not to come off as shallow, not to come off as a bad person. But he is kind of an idiot. So like, as he was trying to explain it in a way that wasn't rude or shallow, it was cringe. Like some of the things he was saying were like literally cringe.
Are you referring to right after they meet in the hallway or when they were on the honeymoon already?
Every time he talks to the camera about her, every single time he talks to us about her without her around, like it's like that. It's cringe. Because you could tell he's just fighting to say the right words and not to say the wrong words, but it's coming off so bad because he just doesn't have the capacity or the vocabulary, I guess, to like shit.
The thing is, and I gave him grace on that because the scene when they were right after they were in the hot tub and he was like, I don't have anything wrong with someone who's in a bigger physique. I gave him a lot of grace on that because the internet would have been ready to cancel that man had he came on there and been like, she's fat, I don't like that, even though she's not.
Yeah,
that's what they would have heard, and they would have ran with that. So he was trying to pick and choose his words, and I cannot fault him for that because I understand. It'd be like that sometimes.
No,
but he is an idiot though. He's not the brightest.
It's wild to do this on TV. Like I was saying, it's the concept of itself by itself is wild enough, but to be doing it on television where like, hey, your natural reaction to meeting this person is going to be filmed live, so you could come across. Ooh. You know what I'm saying? And I know myself, like this is just some shit I would never put my
face don't tell all. My face immediately.
Man, immediate, and then that's what, and we see it, and then a lot of times, like because we try to give him the benefit of the doubt, because like, okay, that maybe she was just surprised, like because we see like the initial look, like I think we'll get to them, but Alini, I think she initially looked down, or what was it? Not Alini. I don't think it was Alini.
She had a reaction though. She definitely had a reaction for sure.
Yeah, Yeah, but I mean the fact that that's going to be captured live on film, like that's enough for me.
Forever.
But you know what? I don't think that's right for me because y'all gonna get some shit, and then now I'm the worst person ever just because that was my natural face. It don't be hiding shit. But no, but you could tell from jump for me like that this just was not gonna work as far as like his attraction. She was all in from jump, and I feel like deep down she knows, but she's just not acknowledging what the issue is.
Yeah. I mean, when they were talking, when they were at the honeymoon after they had to spend a night separately, which that should have been, where's my damn red flag at? I never brought my red flag to a lie. That should have been a red flag for her ass. Y'all are sleeping separately. You had to take the ring off. She was like, oh, well, he was like, I just wish that we could get back to how it was in the pods. And she was like, no. How it was when we first got here. Remember? It was amazing when we first got here. Not even just the pods. And he's like, no, it was the pods. That's the last time I felt happiness. And it was just like, how does she not see that?
Every time he says, I fell in love with you in the pods. I'm trying to connect with the person from the pods. Like you could tell, like, okay, what's the disconnect? Well, now I've seen you. You're not.
It's the only thing.
You're not the person that that I had in my mind in those pods. So I'm trying to fix that. Like, you can tell that's what he's saying, and she's not catching it. Or if she is catching it, she's just refusing.
She doesn't want to. She doesn't want to. It's tough. I mean, imagine somebody. Imagine you think or. Also, they fell in love in the pods. They both believe that that's what happened. And you see them and you're like, damn, this is amazing. We had this crazy connection. And the only reason that they no longer feel that is because of how you look. That's tough. Not that you're ugly, but it doesn't matter. This is the person who you have fallen in love with. And now they're telling you that the only reason they no longer feel that love for you, that's a very strong word. The only reason they no longer feel that is because you're not attractive to them. That's a little rough. That's rough.
That's real rough, man.
I'm not gonna lie. My ego would be shot.
That is real rough.
Like, damn.
What do you think about this? Joe should never propose to her from when she revealed that she had an eye condition, that she might go blind, and it definitely was not gonna. Because some people felt like his facial reactions to that were telling. But I mean, come on, like that would be. I didn't pick up on.
Yeah, I didn't pick up on anything weird about that because that's a rough thing to hear. Like this person is essentially telling you like one day you're gonna be the person who has to take care of me completely. That's tough to hear. Like for that, how do you know how you're gonna react to somebody and you just met this person? That's a lot.
Yeah, so, I didn't really feel like his reaction to that was negative. I just thought it was a natural reaction. Like, oh damn, like that's a lot.
Shocking.
But if you love somebody, you'll do it. But yeah, so
okay. So Lady Lyric says Joe didn't even help her when she tripped in the water. He already didn't like her at that point. He wasn't helping. And that says a lot about his character. He didn't like her. He was over it. He wasn't going to help her. Why would he help her? From his point of view.
Yeah, no, he didn't. He didn't even try to help her.
He didn't. He was just like, oh, he did ask her if she was okay, though. He did ask her if she was okay. But he didn't try to get up and help her now.
Do you think, so what do you think about the fact that they're being intimate?
The crazy thing about this is that he was acting so belligerent so often that obviously I think that's messed up, but I didn't even touch on it in any of my videos because I was just stuck on the fact that he's treating her so poorly in front of people and just when they're together. I didn't even touch on the fact that they was having sex. He knows that, so he's using her. And I hate that she is letting herself be used. She keeps telling the other women, oh, the sex is so amazing. We're having it's so great. Why? I'm struggling. It has to be more than that.
I'm struggling between it being him flat out using her because it doesn't feel as, for whatever reason, and I don't know why, because maybe it should, but for whatever reason, to me, it doesn't feel as egregious as Chris and Amber was. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't feel like he's intentionally using her for sex. It feels to me like he's really trying, like, okay, he knows he's being
filmed. You think he's trying to make it, like, trying everything he can to be attracted to her?
I think that's why he went in so fast. Like, okay, we'll just let me just embrace this. Let's just go. Let's see if we have that. I kind of made a joke of it in my video saying that it had to be that good whatever. But like on a real sense, I think that he was just trying to, like, I'm gonna go all in. Like I said, she's not ugly. She may not be my typical type, but she's a pretty girl. I'm gonna go all in and see if I can take this connection. Because I feel like there are moments when we see, like with her, with his family, And even just with them, there are moments where I can kind of see something genuine between them, like some kind of connection, but just the physical isn't there for him, and it's not coming. And that's just, and I'm just of the belief that doesn't come for him. If it's not there from jump for a dude, it's not there. Even if it can develop on some level, because there is something to, if you're around the person, you know, over a period of time, you can kind of find things about them attractive, and maybe
how they treat you, and
and maybe look at, well, not so much for the dude how they treat you, but eventually we'd be like, you know, she kind of got a fat ass. I'm sorry.
One track mind over. That is what he's thinking about. That is what he's thinking about.
Yeah. But I mean, eventually a dude can be like physically or they can be physically interested in somebody that they did not initially find attractive, but that's never going to develop to a point where they're going to treat that person like a wife.
They would treat someone,
like somebody that you want to commit yourself to, like that. They're not going to ever develop to that point. You'll just be good enough for that, essentially.
I can get on board with you saying he's trying to do everything, but there's still something about the fact that that at the end of this, if y'all make it to the...
You're right. I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt you, but yeah, it was Chris and Paige. That's what I was trying to remember. Not Amber.
Listen, all the shows be running together at this point.
Yeah.
Even if I don't even know if they're gonna make it to the altar, because whatever, they cut up those previews all kind of ways, so we don't know what's gonna happen. But you're not saying yes, and so knowing that in the back of your mind, a part of you has to be saying, "I'm gonna just get everything I can until I can." I don't know. I hear what you're saying, but something about it is just like you don't like her.
I think it's a two-way street too, though, and maybe this is just him being a coward, because maybe you just tell her, you know what I mean, instead of just going along with it. But I do think there's something to, if he's trying to survive to the wedding day, he's gotten there now to a point where he can't survive to a wedding day without sex, because now she's used to them having sex. So if all of a sudden he stops having sex with her, she'll know that, you really don't like me.
That'd be another thing. Yeah, that'd be another thing.
So then that would still fall back on him. Like, okay, well, you just can't make it to the wedding day, bro. Like, you got to be honest.
Listen, at the end of the day, something needs to fall back on him. I mean, it's, and I've seen a few different people saying, well, she's at fault here too. She's a little dramatic. She took her ring off for no real reason. In that scene when they were in the kitchen talking together, he was trying to express himself, and she was like, well, I just don't want to hear it. And he's like, then I won't express myself. And she's like, no, but I want you to. And so maybe some of it is her, but I think she's feeding off him. Like, clearly there's a disconnect.
No, some of it's definitely her, because she does overreact. You know what I'm saying? Like her reactions. And I think the reason she overreacts, and I alluded to this too, I think the reason she overreacts is because she's not acknowledging what she knows deep down, that he's really not feeling her like that. So she's having these, what seems like, overreactions to things that maybe she shouldn't get so upset about, because deep down she knows what he's really trying to say without saying it.
I don't know. I'm trying to put myself in her shoes. If somebody got that drunk and embarrassed me at the first mixer that we with everybody, I'm overreacting to everything. You in the doghouse till we get to this damn altar, because how dare you embarrass you sloppy drunk? He got so drunk, and then she got back to the room and he was still drunk. I thought he was high. I was like,
that's what I'm saying. They're from Colorado. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like it wasn't just drink. You know what I'm saying? It felt like they were a little too happy for it to just be drink. You know what I mean?
Something was going on there.
Yeah, I feel like they had a little something. But at the same time, this is why I feel like she overreacts too, because it was obvious he was inebriated, and she did wake bro up. Like when you first wake somebody up, like when I first wake up, like sober, I may not be, all the way there. But if I first wake up and I'm already a little throwed, I don't know how I'm going to react. But at the same time, while that's true, I believe he was putting a little sauce on it. I feel like he was exaggerating whatever condition he was in, because he really just didn't want to have a conversation with her and just want her to leave him alone. So he got to be honest. Hey, I can't let him off the hook. But I do think that he did genuinely try, and it's just not going to work out. And
it's definitely not going to work out, but I think it's interesting that you thought he tried. Okay.
I do think he tried.
I'll go into these next episodes trying to view it like that way as well, just to see if I see anything different. Because before this, I wouldn't have even given him the benefit of the doubt for saying he's trying.
Because we've seen guys that don't even try. Like when they see her from the jump, don't find her attractive. I'm not even really gonna try. Like we've seen guys do that. Like he, at least I feel like, did try to try.
Now that might be it. He tried to try. I don't know if he tried, but he tried to try.
He tried to try. Do you watch Your Aunties Could Never? For Heaven's Sake.
I've seen a few, but not a lot. Not a lot.
Okay, so For Heaven's Sake is Nana from Your Aunties Could Never and her husband Nee. And they do little collaborative reviews of shows and whatnot. I watch them. I love them. I think they're hilarious. So in one of their recent reviews, he was talking about this, and he said his theory on Joe was that they got with everybody else, all the other couples down in Mexico. He saw all the other wives, and he was like, and not that this is true, and this is the way Nee said it on their video. Not that this is true. But he saw all the other wives, and he was like, and I'm gonna start trying to say like Reed. He's like, Rob, I got the fat one, and then she's not fat.
But I can see Joe being that kind of guy. That's the thing. I can see him being that kind of guy.
When he said that, I was like, yo, he probably, when they all got together, he was like looking at everybody else's. You know what I'm saying? Because Kalybriah is not a small girl. You know what I'm saying? She's built.
No, but she's black thick though. Yeah,
it's different. She's not. She don't have that square back. Like,
oh, let me hop up this live for you get me canceled. You doing too much. You doing square back is insanity. She's not. Let's clarify something though. Okay. She's not. I don't even think she's big. That's the thing. But to him, she is. And I even said this. He is allowed all day, 24/7, to not be attracted to her. That is his right.
He just got to tell her.
He just needs to tell her.
Yeah, he just
needs to tell her.
Yeah, we're on the same page with that.
Square back is. I don't think I ever heard that before. I heard big back a lot. I never heard square back before.
Because that's the only thing that throws her off. It's like she doesn't. I'm gonna shut up. I'm not. I ain't trying to. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not laughing at her. I'm laughing at what you said. That's insanity. That's all I can see is SpongeBob. That's a crazy way to say something like that.
Yeah, that's all he sees too. That's the problem. Joe feel like he was SpongeBob.
Oh my god!
So let's talk about these two.
Surprise, surprise! He has a past, and it's only 4 months old.
What are your impressions? You kick us. What are your impressions of these two?
I think a lot of people are calling her a gold digger. I don't think that's the case. If you've watched any number of my reviews over the seasons, you know that I don't have a problem with a woman wanting a man who's a provider, wanting a man with a more traditional values, wanting to be a stay-at-home woman. I think you just need to be upfront about it. It sounds like that's what she wants. Now, I understand she's a nurse. She has a career, so she's not completely incapable. But she definitely wants a man who's going to take care of her. I mean, she's talking about going back to school. She's not going to be working. She still wants to get Botox. She wants him to be a provider. He presented himself as a traditional man, but now he's kind of pulling back like, oh, you wanted a $10,000 ring. Now there's levels to this shit. He might be a $5,000 ring kind of provider. That's not what she wants. She wants 10K up. And so they should have talked a little bit more extensively. He gives broke is crazy. That man, I don't think I don't know. I can't say. He might be broke.
Yeah,
but they're not good together.
100%.
It's not gonna last.
100%. I do have some issues with her. I think they both have issues. I think she could be a bit more of an adult and clean up after herself, and I don't know, like value other people in some way. I don't know. she could kind of come out of the selfishness, and he obviously needs to dial back on the bottle. Like the bro seems to be like a magnet to drink, and that's a problem.
And she's controlling, and it's not gonna work.
Yeah, like, but I'm saying, like, they both individually they have things they need to work on. But I think you're right, being that the essence of their problem is they're not right for each other, because the bill that he thought she was presenting isn't the bill that she's presenting. Like, it's just a little bit higher. He doesn't have enough money, I don't think, to be what she wants, because she wants somebody that's gonna take care of everything and all of her extra shit.
Exactly.
And for that, he needs to pick up extra shifts. You know what I'm saying?
For her extra shit. Extra shifts for her extra shit.
but what I said in my video, her ratio is off. because she's beautiful enough to have somebody take care of her. She is, but not and be a bitch at the same time.
You think you have to? You got to have a equilibrium.
You got to pick one. She got to pick one. She's not Felicia Rashad. She's pretty, but she's not Felicia Rashad.
Okay, you got to pick one. Like, who's somebody in your opinion who would be worth the drama?
And I don't know. The only person I can think of that could be worth being a complete bitch and wanting me to take care of everything is Felicia Rashad. But I don't think that I could do that in that case. But I'm saying, like, it's at least a conversation. If we're talking about Claire Huxtable, it's at least a conversation. But if you're not Claire Huxtable, we're not even having the conversation. You know what I'm saying? So her ratio is off. Like, you got to pick one. Like, she needs to. That's what I'm saying. I don't think he would have a problem picking up the extra shifts if she would cook a couple of meals and clean up after.
She ain't doing that.
You know what I'm saying? But you can't want him to do everything and not clean up after yourself and not cook and be rude to him all day.
Okay, I have a question. I'm interested to hear this from a man's point of view. A lot of the conversation around the whole traditional relationship thing is that women get themselves wrapped up. You want traditional and then y'all get divorced. Next thing you know, you haven't had a job. You never had a career. You never had any of this. She's saying, I have the career. I'm willing to go to school. I'll get the degree. I'll have a backup. But it's a backup and I still want the man to take care of me. So which one is worse? Y'all complain if she doesn't have a backup and y'all complain if she does. You saying if she has a job, then what's the point of her wanting to stay home? The point of her wanting to stay home is in case they get divorced, she needs to be able to take care of herself. And so for me, it's like, I don't really see a problem with a woman being like, once I get married, this is the life I want, but also being educated and also having a career of her own. I don't think, I mean, you want her to be dumb? Like she's not supposed to have any education at all? If she's a kept woman?
I just don't think any of that really matters to a man. Honestly, to a man, if a man, if he's into you enough, none of that shit matters. Whether you're educated, not educated, whether you want to stay at home and you know and take care of everything at the crib, whether you want to work, if the love is real, like if he really feeling you like that, it's cool. Like I'll fill in the blanks wherever you need me to fill in the blanks, type shit. But you can't be like she's tripping. Like she's not offering anything to the relationship. I don't. What is she giving to this relationship other than her look?
She did say, "Oh, once I'm in school, I'm not going to be taking care of the house at all." So yeah, she wants him to work and clean. Yeah, you're right.
What are you? And you're not. She's not even treating him that well. Like so,
no, she's not attracted to him. She's not attracted to him. For the first time, when they first met, I was like, "Oh, she don't like this man."
And I didn't think she would. So I felt like that would be an issue because you know he's not an ugly dude, but like I said, he's not. You know, obviously between the two of them. He's the one that's stepping up a grade. But
I agree. But also to his best friend's point, he was a partier 4 months before he went on this show. And she doesn't want that. She wants him to work and come home and cook and clean. He ain't about that life. And even though he's pretending that I said the reason that he's pretending that he wants to settle down now is because all of his friends are starting to get serious. His best friend is with somebody. They've been together 4 months. He's like, oh shit, I'm losing my friend group. I don't have no one to party with. And now he's pretending that he's marriage minded. I don't think he's there yet.
If she was the sweet girl from the pods in person, he'd be ready to settle down. She's enough for him. Just her aesthetics are enough for him. Like when you saw the way he looked there when he first saw her, like this is. He knows that he's at the pinnacle of his powers with her. It
don't get no better than this.
Yeah, no, he's not stupid. He knows, okay, like this is about as good as I can do. You know what I mean? Like no bullshit. Like I've won. I came on this show. I connected with somebody in the pods, and she's actually like drop dead gorgeous. I've won the show, so I think he'd be ready to actually settle down, leave that life with his friend and all that shit. I think he'd be ready to leave all that alone. He might even be willing to go get rehab and stop drinking so much. Go
with Joe. He needs to go with Joe and do it.
He might be willing to go to a couple meetings, but not with her acting like this. Like she's driving him to drink. She's gonna drive him to the strip club.
I think she might be willing to settle down on her attitude if he had a little bit more money.
If she liked him.
I don't know. I think the money would be enough for somebody like her. If he swapped that $5K ring for a $10K, she she might start speaking his language a little bit. Now it might take 15K to really get her to get on board, but she might start listening a little bit more if he up that ring.
I feel it's like if he like when she said that, if he was like, "Oh, that's nothing," they just pulled up at the jewelry store and he was like, "Here you go." Her whole attitude would change. Her whole demeanor would be okay.
Yeah.
I can feel that. That's
Dwayne Banks, come on, Nate. Come on, what? My stance has not changed. If you're talking about the traditional woman thing, my stance has never changed on that. I'm solid. I have no problem.
I thought he was saying like, "Come on, Nate." Like, I thought he was like, you know, the.
Oh, this is a good. Come on, okay, yeah. Come on, Nate.
That's what I thought it was a church response. Like, come on, Nate. Like, you know.
Come on, church. Yes, I agree. Then yes, that's how I feel. That's how I feel. That's all I have to say about them. They're not gonna make it.
Yeah. No.
Do I think anybody's gonna make it this season? I think Jordan and Sparkle have a chance.
That's who I'm pulling for.
I think Jordan and Sparkle. And at first, I didn't think. I still don't really fully see them as a couple, but I see them willing to work through stuff. So that's about it.
Speaking of, we might as well go ahead and bring them up.
Look at him. Look at his little shirt. He's so cute.
I just want him to grow a beard. Like I feel like I would like bro more. I feel like I would like bro if he grew a beard like that. His face is too baby face for me. Like he
is clean cut, yeah.
Yeah,
but then he got the tattoos. If he get a beard and tattoos, he gonna look like he a biker or something.
He just needs a beard, bro. Like, you know, you got to be a full beard. Like, just get some scruff or something, bro. Like, it's too soft. His face is too soft.
It do look real smooth. I ain't gonna lie.
His face is too soft, man. It's uncomfortable.
It's uncomfortably smooth.
It's uncomfortably soft. Like, bro, I don't even like looking at you, bro. Like,
you a mess.
For real, but so my impression of her, right? I thought that initially when she was coming on talking about men being intimidated by her, and I'm like, okay, here we go. She's this one this year, and we always get one.
There's always one.
Yeah, talking about how much money they got, and that's why people can't fuck with them. Like, no, it's because that's what you present. Like, you're literally. I feel like she was manifesting the situation where she's with somebody who has less than her. I think she likes being in that position. Like when she told him, get used to this. When you talked about the hotel being so nice, and she was like, you're not used to stuff like this. Like, well, get used to it. Like she likes being, you know, she likes tricking a little bit, and that's cool.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't see the problem as long as the man is comfortable and he seems comfortable with it.
No. Hey, like this is the dream. You know what I'm saying? Like, two men on this show. Like, okay, well, no, because Anton didn't win because she's not who she was in the pods. All that little sweet voice she was giving in the pods, she ain't giving that now. She talking. Alini is talking totally different to Anton now than she was in the pods. But like,
well, she was trying to make it up pods.
Yeah, but Jordan actually hit the lottery. Like Jordan, he actually found somebody that not only is willing to accept the fact that he has a vasectomy and a child, but that he makes way less than her, and like she's willing to bring him up to her lifestyle. And not
the thing is, I
make him feel like less than.
I don't feel like Jordan is broke. And I think here's the thing, because when people hear something like I'm willing to throw down $2 million on a house, they look at the complete opposite of that, and the complete opposite of that is broke. I don't think he's broke. I think he's genuinely middle class. And so for him, it's like, okay, so he doesn't feel insecure. That's why he doesn't feel insecure. He's not a brokey. He's just not. She's well off. There's a difference.
No, Jordan had we saw Jordan's place. I had a nice little comfortable apartment for him and his child. He has everything he needs. Like Jordan is not, struggling. You know what I mean?
Exactly. So he doesn't feel.
But she got bread. But at the same time, like she talking about she got a $2 million house in Cali or 1.5, 1.8 million.
I'm gonna be real though.
Like that's a shack.
As an LA person, that's not that much money in LA. That's not that much money in LA.
Like, that's like is that even a 2-bedroom? Does it have
that's baseline?
Does it have 2 bathrooms for $2 million? Like
there are 1 bed, 1 bath in the hood going for $1 million. It's not a lot. It's not a lot of money in LA.
Yeah, what she said in Cali, I was like, oh, okay, yeah. But I mean that'll go a lot further. She come to Texas with that, she can get some land.
Some land, yeah. And LA million, just so y'all know, an LA mill for a house is not the same as a mill somewhere else.
Oh no.
That's the base you're gonna pay in LA for a house.
No, if you don't have $1 million, you don't even need to be looking for a house in LA.
Exactly. So just so y'all know, that's very standard.
Yeah. Those are my thoughts exactly. But yeah, she does have bread. You know what I'm saying? That she's well off. But I think the nickname was ridiculous. I'm glad she stopped making people say that. And she don't even be sparkling. She don't even be like there's two things about her that are just not true, like flatly not true. She does not sparkle and she has no ass. So I want these two things to stop being asserted as if they are the truth.
Okay, two things on that. And they're both going to contribute to the fact that she's a white woman. Her and her circle of 30-year-old white friends are definitely sitting around going, OMG, she has the Cartier bracelet. She sparkle Megan. Like, that's how they're sitting around going, just so we're clear. That's how she got that name, from a group of white women. That's why the name is sticking. Two, she has a white woman ass. She's not flat like a lot. No teeth. No shade. A lot of white women don't. All you gotta do is hit the gym, do a couple of deadlifts, you'll have an ass. For a white woman, she at least has a form, okay? And so I get why they hyping her up, but they hyping her up as a white woman, not as she can't stand next to AD. She can't stand next to Kalybriah either. So you know what I mean? I think they're just trying to pump her up.
Kalybriah, and maybe this is part of her initiative as well. If she's also on here, being directed, she's one of the main ones hyping up the supposedly fat ass. But I'm gonna be real.
When I'm around my white girlfriends and they got a little bit of something, I hype them up too, because they don't hear that often. They don't hear that too often. You got to give them a little self-esteem. Girl, you been in the gym, girl. I see it.
Okay, so that's just a little extra. Okay, all right.
Don't worry about that.
All right, I won't worry about that. All right. So my initial thought about this couple was, this is stupid. Why is she even still talking to this dude? You know what I'm saying? I feel like definitely spend your time with Blake, spend your time with Mike. So then Blake
Mike.
Well, no, before I realized what an asshole Mike was, like the first episode, I thought Mike was just a rich dude. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't think he was like a piece of shit rich dude. I just thought he was a rich dude. Like there's a level of asshole to every rich dude. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, he's just a rich dude. He's just a rich dude. But then, like, as this episode's go on, you realize, oh, he's an actual piece of shit rich dude. But at first I was thinking, okay, obviously Blake. You know what I'm saying? Go for Blake. That looks right. He's more aligned with her and whatnot. Blake dips. He gets up out of the situation. So now it's between Mike and Jordan. And I'm like, okay, I don't think you really have anybody if these are your choices, because Mike is going to cheat on you.
I know that you did not look 100%. At their Instagrams before this started, because had you saw Mike's Instagram, you would have peeped immediately that something ain't right with him and that he was an asshole. He's on there giving podcasts, bro. You got to do this to sell this, and I flip houses, and
he only trying to be Grant Cardone and
anybody who doing that, asshole off top. So I already knew going in, and I thought he was attractive. I was like, look, he's a good looking man, but that's about where it stops. And so I wanted Mike for her as well, but I knew that he's too arrogant for even her. And now I kind of agree with you. She doesn't want a man who's arrogant. She wants somebody who she can kind of like trick on a little bit, like you said. Yeah, she likes that.
Yeah, she likes that, and it's cool. But the thing is, I think the reason they work is she found somebody who is actually genuine and grateful for it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? He's not like trying to take advantage of it. He's like, oh, she got money. He's like, oh wow, like I can actually I can live in a house like this. Like that's crazy. I'm so blessed to be able to live in that. You know what I'm saying? Like he's
and really my son can have this. Yeah.
And the whole thing with his son. I'm sorry, this shit got me with her son and his dad, her dad and his son, and them both having type 1. And I've been very upfront about believing that this is not the show. This and Married at First Sight, not the show for single parents, because you do not have enough time to really let the child get to know the person get to know the child, and that's too crucial to just do in a couple of weeks. But there can be exceptions, and if this is that exception, then I'm rooting for them. I genuinely like them as people. I like them as a couple. Mm-hmm. I'm rooting for them.
I think Jordan and Jordan's ex-wife or whatever she is, I think they are putting in a lot of effort off cam. They don't want their kid on cam. She doesn't want to be on cam. And so I think that they are putting in a lot of effort when the cameras aren't around to make sure that they spend that. I see that coming from them. They're not just going to be like, let's get to the altar. You met him the day before. Because that was her concern. Like, what if I only meet him like a week before? I think that Jordan is the type of he's very invested in his child's life. It's clear.
Yeah.
Because some parents, you would have walked into that apartment and his kid would have been sleeping in a little bed next to his bed. His kid has the bedroom. He has the living room.
Yeah.
He cares about his kid. And so I think he's putting in the effort to make sure that relationship is solid.
Heck yeah. And that's the way you do it as a parent. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. So yeah, Yeah, I love them, and I hope that they work out. And this could be a dope story. You know what I'm saying?
You hope that they'll work out. Do you think they will? Because two different things.
I'm gonna say no, unfortunately. And then the reason I say no is because I didn't like her conversation with Mike, man. I'm sorry. I didn't like her conversation
at the mixer.
Yeah.
Really? What about it?
She ultimately she answered everything the right way, but some of like her body language, facial, it almost felt like she was saying to Mike, "I would have picked you if I didn't know you were just gonna cheat on me, but I would have rather have picked you." You know what I'm saying? It just felt like she liked him more. But
I think two things can be true at once. She could like Mike more because Mike is her type, but she knows that this is where she needs to be. Yeah. And so maybe she has a conflicting thing there. But ultimately, if they do end up, I don't think they're gonna make it, but if they did end up making it and getting married and all that, I could see a possibility of them making it work. People are saying that, and I see this in the comments, and I've seen this on comments on my video. People think that money is going to be an issue. I don't think money is going to be an issue in this relationship. For Alini and old boy, absolutely money is going to be an issue. Money is going to come up in this situation in the sense that she makes more, but do I think it's going to make him feel away? I don't. I genuinely don't think that. And so if anything makes them not work, I think it's going to come down to the fact that maybe a lifestyle difference, and like, I view that differently as money because they're not arguing about the money, but he doesn't seem like the type who wants to live a flashy life.
Yeah, and I think why people think that the money is going to be an issue for them is they think that maybe he's not aspirational enough for her. Like she's she's at the level she's at right now. So say for instance, she only wants to be at this level for so long, but wants to advance. You know what I'm saying? So right now you're looking at a $2 million house. In 5 years, she sees herself buying a $10 million house. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's how she feels. So if she's the type that wants to keep leveling up, then that's where I think they could have issues. Because I think he seems to be a very content person. Like he's not he's not trying to be anything. She's not aspiring for anything other than just happiness. You know what I mean? So once he's to a point, you know, he's got his kid in a secure place, he's in a relationship, he's happy. He's not trying to be power couple, conquer the world. You know what I mean? So if that's what she wants, then that's where they'll have an issue. But if she's actually, you know, happy settling down and being with somebody who loves her, appreciates her, is going to treat her right, and starting this family with him, then they can be happy. Yeah. But the reason I don't think they'll work out is just because I've seen too many of these shows, and oftentimes they don't work out. So I'm going with the negative, unfortunately, just because I've been conditioned to. But I sincerely hope that they do. I hope I'm wrong.
Yeah, I see that. I see what y'all saying. I do think it would come down to a lifestyle thing. He is very content, and it's fine that he's content. He doesn't have to want all these things, but she does. She definitely. We still don't know what she drives. I'm gonna guess it's some type of Mercedes or something, Audi, something like that.
I feel like the only thing he didn't say was Porsche, and I could see her in a Porsche or something like that. I can see her in a Porsche. I don't think it was nothing crazy. It was probably just like a Porsche. No. Or something like that.
Yeah, but I mean. Yeah, I don't know. Is he's gonna be okay pulling up in his Kia to pick the kids up from school? Is she gonna be embarrassed that he's pulling up in a Kia? Everybody saw you in your Kia today.
Man, Kia got some nice ass cars. People be tripping, man.
We'll see.
Kia she should have minimized her cars, man. I ain't mad at Kia.
Oh, okay. Listen, I haven't mentioned this in any of my videos because I usually don't like to talk about people's appearances. But what the hell is going on with her hair? Is it a wig? What is it? Because I feel like it's not.
And then the thing is, somebody just reminded me, like, apparently, doesn't she work in that industry? Isn't she like a hairdresser?
She owns one, I think. I think she owns a salon. I would never go to her salon. She's not a good poster child for it.
I don't know what be going on with her. Like, I really think that she looks high all the time.
Yeah, like she looks like she's on downers, actually. Like she's kind of on like the mellow out drugs. I don't know. What you think about him though?
I think he's a homophobic gay Christian man, and that's
not we matching.
I think he's a homophobic gay Christian white man, and that's dangerous as fuck. He scares the shit out of me. I I find Nick to be frightening.
Why is that?
You know how much pent up rage and hate has to be in somebody who's been raised in that environment. So his parents are like heavy MAGA, right? He said that his mom used to end up watching alarmist Fox News and shit all day. Like his parents like heavy MAGA. So everything, the world is burning, right? Already, the world is already burning. He wants dudes, and he's fighting that. Like he's having to suppress the fact that he wants dudes, and how that makes him feel about him and his salvation and his pure white soul. Like this nigga is going through a lot.
I agree, and I give it, and I even said I give him some compassion on that.
I'm almost done. I'm sorry. And he's organized as fuck. Like he's so organized. You saw his house. His house is clean as shit. Like his house is so clean. Like everything is put up. He has tools. He knows how to build shit. He live off in the mountains by a lake. This nigga got bodies, bro.
Now look,
got bodies.
Look, I don't want nobody trying to sue me for defamation or nothing, but y'all saw American Psycho. It's giving very much American Psycho. Like something ain't right.
Criteria. This nigga scared the shit out of me. Bro.
Something ain't right. Somebody said Dexter's. Oh yeah. So I'm giving him compassion because I have empathy for how much it must hurt you internally to know that your parents are hardcore conservatives. You were raised as a hardcore conservative. You know deep down that you are attracted to men. And you cannot and will not let yourself admit that because of the church, because of the acceptance of your parents, because of what you've been telling yourself for the last 30 years. I feel for him that he doesn't feel okay to just come out. And I don't even like to say stuff like this. Which season was it when that very clearly gay black man got engaged to the white woman, and they were talking about, whatever season that was. And everybody was like, it's clear that he was like a school teacher or something, or a principal or something. I forget which season that was of Love Is Blind.
Marshall?
No, not Marshall. Not Marshall.
That was a joke.
Somebody in it was AD season. Somebody in the chat might remember his name. I usually don't like to say that someone who is proclaiming that they are straight, particularly a man, proclaiming that they are straight, that they come off as gay, because I understand the implication that comes with that. But this is a gay man, at least bisexual. And it pains me that he doesn't feel okay to say it, and that he's trying to go through with this damn lavender marriage. She know this man is gay. His parents know that. His mama asked him.
His mama know. Ain't no mama gonna ask that unless she already know.
Kenneth. That's what I'm talking about. Kenneth.
What did Kenneth say? Hold on.
No. Kenneth is the man's name who was the principal who was.
Oh yeah, I remember Kenneth.
Yeah.
That wasn't bro. Like, didn't he like sing in the choirs? Let me
stop. Yeah, he did.
I feel like he had choir practice or something during the season.
He did. That was him. I usually don't like to go there, but I think it is glaringly obvious that this man would have the time of his damn life in West Hollywood on a Friday night. I would have the time of my life with this man at a gay club in Hollywood. We would be dancing all night. He'd be picking up men left and right. He would live an amazing life if he just moved to West Hollywood or San Francisco. I'm not understanding.
He's a good-looking guy.
I don't get it.
Bro, just go somewhere where you can live your life and be you.
Please do. Expeditiously.
Man. And she's just so, because we heard her in the pods. I'm going to be married in a couple of weeks. I want to be married. Like, that's all she kept saying. Like, she just wants to be married. It doesn't matter. Just be married. Just put a ring on me. Let me be a wife. Mm-hmm. And she'll turn a blind eye to all of his trips with his friends. He tried to tell her, like, you're gonna find some weird messages. Like we talk about.
What the hell? Now, what you talk about your group chats? I need to know what you and Sean got going on in them groups, because I heard some stuff from him. Not Sean. I heard some stuff from.
Sean and I were born 3 days apart in the same hospital. We went to the same preschool. Like we got in a fight in preschool.
Y'all go way back.
We were best friends. Like so after preschool, we didn't see each other for a long time. Then we ended up in the same middle school on the same football team, right? I've known this nigga practically my entire life. Spent countless nights over his house, vice versa, him with me. Hung out, gone, we've done out. We've never talked to each other about each other's dicks. We have never thought about talking to each other in any way about anything having to do with each other's dicks, and we have never seen each other. This is not normal conversation for a dude group chat.
Hey, I just needed to know.
No, absolutely not. I don't, and I get like, because you know, I was also in the military, so I've been around all kind of dudes. You know what I mean? And I've seen like it can be a little homoerotic sometimes with the white dudes. They the way they play with each other can get
it's different.
Little, yeah. They can get a little weird with each other. They might wrestle with each other and slap each other in the balls. They do shit that niggas don't do. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's crazy work, but okay.
No, for real. Like I've seen white dudes wrestle each other and slap each other in the balls, completely straight, dude. Like they smack each other in the balls. Like we gonna fight. They never did that to the niggas. Like we don't fuck with that shit. Don't touch me now. But anyway, like. So this is not normal. This is not normal conversation. What he's talking about, like even the niggas that I knew who would slap each other in the nuts, they wouldn't be talking to each other about the shape of their dick in the morning. Like this is weird.
He said currently too. I was like, no, this is a whole nother level. Y'all done got into some stuff I ain't never heard in my life.
Nah, he was letting her know, like, hey,
it's a little gay in there.
If you cool with what I got going on over here, I will be your husband. Because we both serving the. I will give you the husband you want. You give me what I need and like social cover, and just don't worry about the group chat and my trips to the lodges with the boys.
The thing that got me is that he called himself a size queen, and I don't know one straight man. Many straight men don't even know what that means. Let alone have I ever heard those words leave their lips.
No.
Why would you call yourself you are a straight man? Size queen. And he said it in reference to his skis. Oh, those are cross country. I like the big long. He didn't say big and long, but that's what he wanted to say. I like the big long skis.
Yeah.
I'm a size queen. You're a what?
Yeah.
For what? And for who?
Yeah.
I see someone said they didn't know what a size queen is. Google it. But it's very gay.
Yeah.
It's gay lingo. I don't know where he heard that. Must have been his group chat.
Yeah, I've never heard a dude say that. I've never even heard size queen until like he was the first time I've heard that term.
Yeah. You didn't know that? Yeah, gay men definitely said it. I first heard that in the gay community. You know. I grew up in LA. I have a very mixed group of friends. I've only ever heard gay men use size queen. It's crazy that he said that.
Yeah, now he I think he's suppressing. And I think that hold on. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm terrible with the chat, especially.
Yeah, gay men definitely say it. I'm not surprised that his comments are full of non-conservatives, though. A lot of people who watch this tend to be more mid to liberal, I would say. What, size queen? It is a very weird thing to say. And I think you know what it is? He's kind of testing her throughout. He's like throwing things out like, is she gonna catch that? Is she gonna catch that? And she ain't called him out on one thing. If a man that I thought was gonna marry who said he was straight said that, I'd be like, where have you heard that? And why did you just say it?
I think she goes to her drugs for her peace, and I think she just needs a husband. I think she is picking up on all of this. And, you know, it's just because she's picking up on everything and she's hearing people tell her, oh, no, he's fake as hell. Don't nobody like him. Like everybody, the whole group, like, nah, he fake. And I'm going to be real. I don't really like that. Like, if y'all got a problem with him, I would rather see a scene with somebody come to him and say it. And instead of all this talking behind his back, I don't like that shit. Especially because, like, Joe was talking about him, but, like, a couple scenes before that, he was, like, halfway joking with him. If you don't fuck with him, then don't fuck with him. Don't pretend. Like, people I don't fuck with know that I don't fuck with them because I don't fuck with them. You know what I mean? Like, there's no ambiguity with me. So I don't appreciate that. But she's getting people, you know, telling her, like, we don't really fuck with him. We all think he's fake. She's hearing all of this weird shit that he's saying. She's seeing, like, some of the mannerisms. And look, I know dudes also that were just raised around a bunch of women. They may have some mannerisms. They may talk a certain way, but they are 100% about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, they ain't nothing gay about him. So I ain't trying to say just because he talk a certain way.
No, it's not just that.
Nah, it's this dude. Like, there are too many things about him that point to I like dudes, and I just think that's what it is.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I agree. And like I said, I'm not one to even say that too often because I understand how that how straight men could take that. It's offensive for you to say, but this is not a straight man.
No, for
bisexual
him,
at best.
For him, it would be healing.
Yeah, please come out and say
he needs to see that the world isn't fooled by this charade. So just like be ready to accept you for who you are, brother. Just come on out, be who you are, and we will love you for who you are. Because the way you acting right now, you're gonna fuck around hurt one of us.
Well, the thing is,
you holding way too much in. You way too organized and got way too many resources.
You said you're terrified. I just don't think, even though he's saying that his mom and his dad are super conservative, I don't think his mom would disown him. She clearly loves him. She came out and asked him when he was a teenager, look, she was prepared to accept it. And you want to know something? One of my friends is from, I think she's from South Carolina. She lives in LA now. But from South Carolina, super conservative family, so much so that her dad has never come to visit her. She's lived in LA for 10 years. Her dad will not step foot on California soil because he does not like us that much. And so she's had conversations with her mom. Her mom's super conservative, all of these things, MAGA, all that. She took her mom on a retreat to like clear their mind, all that kind of stuff. Her mom said, if your dad ever passed away, I think I might be with a woman next. I just think it'd be easier. Why would your conservative mom say that? Stuff like that is like, some of these conservatives, you a little bit too conservative for me. Something ain't right. Nobody is that. A lot of y'all be closeted, for real. And it's okay. And if you weren't so conservative and didn't feel like you had to be that way, then you would be okay with accepting yourself. But you so push far back in the closet that you can't even accept it. How many conservative politicians end up being gay? It's ridiculous.
That's why these people be crashing out, man. They holding. That's what I'm telling you. You're holding too much in. You need to just be you. Like, fuck, you are hurting us by trying to keep this charade on. But you can't be surprised by that because, like, contradiction is what their whole philosophy is built on. Because you claim to be all about, God and love and the Bible. Yet y'all motherfuckers ignore everything Jesus said. Like, fuck everything he said. Like, for real. Like, we straight Old Testament. Like, we just believe in hell and damnation. Jesus ain't never. Who is Jesus according to y'all? The way y'all act. So it's all contradiction. So I'm not surprised by that. But hit the like button, man. If y'all in here, you've been watching, like, go on hit. I don't never say this during the live. I always forget. It's like I hardly ever remember to say it in my videos. But yeah, hit the like button, subscribe to me and Natural Nay.
Yeah.
Do you have your ad up in the?
Oh, I didn't even put my full YouTube name here. Let me go ahead, just type it in the chat.
Yeah, go on, show the people what it is.
You can find me there. Part of me just can't be too mad at him because I feel so bad for him that he can't be himself. I hate that for him. I wish he'd just come out.
Yeah.
I saw that Dwayne Banks said we don't know if his mom would accept him. I don't know, but I do feel like she would. If your mom comes to you as a teenager and say, "Look, son, are you?"
She would accept.
I feel like she would.
Yeah, she would pray for him every day, and she probably get on his nerves. You know what I'm saying? He probably get tired of seeing her cry and talk to him about it, but she would accept him. She would accept him, and it would also set his little brother free because there's something wrong with him too. His little brother was struggling.
I caught that too. I think his dad might be a little up with that too. Look, I don't know. The whole family is suspect.
His brother looked like he knew where the bodies were. He was just like shocked, like, hey man, like we're here with a woman, like you're finna marry you gotta marry a girl.
The whole family was shocked that she was a woman. Like, let's just be real.
No, his brother was thrown off. Like everybody needs to just be who they want to be, man. Because y'all doing too much wild shit out here, man. Like, stop hurting people because y'all can't be yourselves. This shit's fucked up, man.
I cannot.
He got too much money. He's too organized. He got a place. He's too secluded. Got a lake. No,
it's the seclusion. He up in the mountains.
It's too easy for him.
Too easy.
All right, here we go.
Where do we start? Now, here is where I think we have a difference of opinion on this situation.
Please let me know where we differ.
So, first off, I just don't like labeling people. I think that's what it all boils down to. Can we skip them? It's crazy. I think that's what it all boils down to. I don't like to put labels on people because I don't want anybody putting labels on me. You know, I feel like I have a certain responsibility as someone who's talking about these people to realize that they're real people. And so I am not going to off top assume that someone is on the spectrum if they acting a little weird. I'm going to just assume they're a little weird. I kept using the word eccentric to describe him because to me, I said he reminds me of Farnsworth Bentley, if y'all know who that is. He is an eccentric type of person. And so that's what I was going with. Oh, he's eccentric. She's a little bit more normal. I don't think they're going to be able to mesh, but maybe they can make it work. And then people start saying, oh, I think he's on the spectrum. And respectfully, I don't care. This is a grown-ass man, okay? If at your big age, and there's something wrong with his mama too, so let's just put that out there. At some point in time in your life, you have to take the responsibility to say, maybe I need to get some help. Because I'm sure if y'all think he's on the spectrum, somebody in his life has told him, hey, you ever think about getting tested for this? If he's had the right support system. And so at your big age, if you think you might need some mental health help, then you need to go seek it, because trying to put yourself in situations where you're with somebody else, I'm going to hold you to that standard to be with somebody else. You saying you want to be a father, you saying you want to be a husband, then I'm going to treat you, I'm going to take you at face value. That's what you want to be. So the way that he's moving, I'm not giving him much sympathy on being on the spectrum, because I think, and this is just me, I think a lot of people use that as an excuse to be shitty sometimes. At the end of the day, you have to take responsibility for the way that you act and the way that you behave, and he ain't moving right. He just ain't moving right. He over here, the boogers thing, I didn't see that until after I started reviewing because I didn't watch that intro. But like, who would miss something like that? Kissing the floor was enough, you know? And so, I don't know. I feel for her. She's a social worker. She's probably trying to give him a little, because she's built to give people grace who might have like communication issues. And so I think she's coming at it from a point of view of like, okay, let me put on my social worker hat. Let me hear him out. Let me try to be kind and patient with him. He's crying when they first met. He cried in the pause. She just thinks he's emotional. And so she's treating him like he's an emotional man. I don't know. I don't know what to say.
For a husband, though, like, I mean, that's wild. You can. I get that your profession can leak into your, your personal life. If that's what you do on a daily, then you kind of. She's accustomed to dealing with people. It's
hard to turn it off.
Yeah, but if you're looking for a husband, that should be like a red flag. That should be like, oh, this is work shit. Let me go the other way. You know what I'm saying? Like, this isn't what I came here for. But going back to him, I didn't initially think he was on the spectrum until I started hearing people saying that they thought he was on the spectrum, because that helped give me clarity. Like, oh, that may help explain some of his behavior to me. I just thought the nigga was weird, and my first impression of him was already thrown off, because I did, prior to the season, unfortunately, see the video of him saying with a straight face to camera, to Netflix, that he eats his own boogers.
Sorry, it's just when you say it again, it's a crazy statement. Yes. Okay.
He said the shit as if not something that he's done before. Like, oh yeah, I've seen the Statue of Liberty. Like, no, he eats like present tense. Like, this is something that he does maybe daily. Like, as often as he has boogers is as often as he eats them.
Wow. That just sounds so crazy hearing you like lay it out like that.
Think about hearing a man say that and then sending him on dates with other people. What the fuck are we doing? Like, I could never properly judge this dude, because the whole time I'm watching them, I'm like, what is he gonna talk about eating his boogers? I wonder if he's gonna bring this up in the pods. I think this is something he might want to let her know. Like, hey, occasionally when we're sitting around chilling, watching TV or whatever, you might see me eat a booger. Like, I feel like this is something you might want to prepare somebody for, because you don't want to just all of a sudden they're laying in bed next to you smiling about some funny shit you just said, look over, and you just in mid chew. Like, you're throwing
me because you're saying it so like matter of fact.
No, I'm saying like think about this. We can't go past. There is no passing this. He consumes mucus, hardened, fossilized fucking mucus.
Oh God.
Like this nigga, there's something wrong with this nigga, man. Like, why is he on dates with people? Like, she doesn't know this. And the whole time I'm watching them interact, I'm thinking she doesn't know that a video exists of this nigga saying that he eats his own boogers.
Yeah, she doesn't know. She doesn't know he kisses the floor. Yeah.
Because no woman is going to enter a pod and have a conversation with him after that.
You're right about that.
No, nobody's going to do that. This isn't right. This is so fucked up. This is they are doing her so. And the thing is, like, I want to feel bad for her. I really do. But just like, it came out that he's being encouraged to kind of, act this way a little bit more, even more than maybe he normally would.
Right.
Because anyway, I feel like that there is a chance that she also is being coached and participating and being.
I hate that for her as a black woman.
Yeah, to go along with this, just to stay on the show, make it all the way to the wedding, and say no to him at the altar. But I mean, she's not. When they kiss, they don't really kiss for real. Like, she's not tonguing this man down. We haven't seen her tongue him down. They're not having sex. She said that they've done things, but we don't know what that means. All we've seen is what we see right now is him rubbing her feet and them occasionally kind of pecking each other on the lips. We haven't really seen like a true make out session with these two. So she might just be faking all of this and just going along with it all the way just to get to the altar. And that's what I'm starting to feel more and more, because I just don't see, like, the way she looked at him when he got in that cabinet, like the look on her face when he was. She was like,
"You want me to close it for you?"
Yeah, she was genuinely confused. Like, what are you getting? Like, it was concerned. Like when he ran off like an 8-year-old when they met up together, and he ran down the hall to go get something. I think he left a ring or something.
No, he left her the letter that he wrote for her. Okay,
he left a letter. So he ran off to get her letter, and he ran off like a little kid going to get the picture that he drew for his mama for her to put on the refrigerator. Like the way he ran, like the posture. It wasn't just the fact that he ran; it was the fact that he ran like a literal child. And she stood there looking at him like, "What the fuck is going on?" Like, she's been computing all of this, and I think that she's just participating at this point. She's just going along with it, just so she can wear the dress, make it to the final episode, get as much camera time as possible, and see what she can gain from being on this show. Because that's all it is at this point. I don't know if she was recruited or if she applied for this, but he stood in front of a camera and told everybody unsolicited that he eats his own boogers. Like, if you do that, if you are a person out there watching this who eats their own boogers, you keep that shit to yourself, don't you? Nobody else knows, I would imagine. I don't think anybody else in your life is aware that you eat your own boogers. I hope that you don't do that, but if you do, I imagine you keep that shit to yourself. He told us this.
And I just want to triple clarify that I did not know that information going in. I do my best to stay away from stuff so that I can go in blind with them. I didn't know that until like last week. And so I understand. Knowing that, I probably would have been like, oh, something wrong with this man off top. But even with the kiss on the floor thing, I was like, maybe he's just a little eccentric. I don't know. No. I'm trying to be nice.
No, because he wasn't just kissing the floor. Like, think about it. Like, as a dude, I'm gonna tell you something. And this is the adult portion of this. I'm gonna tell you something. He was laying on the floor as if his lips weren't the only thing touching the floor. He said it feels so good to kiss
something. Yeah,
I haven't kissed something in so long. He's laying face down on the floor. This nigga he's boning the floor. He's not just kissing the floor. He's boning the floor.
Yeah, I agree. I did pick up on that after the fact. I was like, no, he definitely did feel like something.
I think if he would have rolled over in that moment, it would have. You know what I'm saying?
But here's where the autism thing comes in, because a lot of people who are on the spectrum do have a thing with touch. And my little sister, she has Down syndrome, but she is a little bit on the spectrum. Like, she STEM, she does stuff like that. They have their things, and so for that, I do give him a little grace. Like maybe that's just one of his things. Touch is one of his things, but like,
why the fuck is he on this show?
Oh, I don't know. That I cannot tell you.
So why the fuck is he on it? That's fine. Like if that's the case, I will never ever judge somebody for a condition that they have.
Absolutely.
You have no control over that shit. If that's a condition that you have, if you were just a little, off because you know what I'm saying, you're just born that way, whatever. Cool. You do not belong on this show where they're going to put you in pods with people who are potentially going to agree to marry you and date you, and you got to kiss this person. She doesn't know that he was kissing that floor any more than she knows that he probably just consumed 6 snot bubbles. Nigga, she don't know none of this shit.
Hold on really quickly. Taylor says representation. I would agree with that point, but Netflix has a show for people with autism, so it's not representation. We could just cross that off the list.
This ain't the place for that kind of representation.
They already have a show for that. So if they genuinely wanted representation from him, then they could have got that easily by putting him on Love on the Spectrum. This is the couple this season. I'm totally open to changing my mind and having new opinions. That's why I have the channel, is to give people's opinions. This is the couple the most that I'm conflicted on, because on one hand, he is a little weird. He is a little eccentric. I still can't put the autism. I mean, I think we can agree, but I don't want to label him because I don't know. Whatever. With her, I feel like she's being compassionate. With him, I feel like he just wants somebody to love him. He is a little strange, though. And so I'm going back and forth with all the ideas that people are throwing out. His mama, clearly something ain't right with her eyes. Told me everything I needed to know. Her eyes were darting back and forth and staring and doing all kind of stuff. I was like, something ain't right with that lady.
When she walked in the room, I could, and it's crazy because we're watching this on TV. But when she walked in the room, I felt like I could feel the energy. You know what I'm saying? Like she has an energy about her, and it was like, okay, this woman, she brings some issues with her, and it really got to a point for me during that conversation where I couldn't just sit there and watch it. It got really uncomfortable every time she talked about, all her sons and all that she's done to raise them, and all all that she's put into raising them, and how all of these niggas, I'm sure, have issues. Every single one of them, I'm sure, being raised by you. And even what she was choosing to talk about in that moment with her potential daughter-in-law, like, don't tattle on me to my son. Mm-hmm. Like, why is that something you need to have on the? Why is that a conversation you need to have upon meeting a woman who is engaged to your son? That's the first thing we need to establish, that you're not going to tell on me? Because
she's a monster-in-law. She treats her other daughter-in-laws like trash. And so she wants to know that it's not going to get back to him.
Yeah, and she came on bad-mouthing them, essentially.
But yeah, basically. The thing, though, the other thing, didn't Edmond say that he was raised in foster care and he was in and out of the system? So her coming in there trying to take credit for raising them off top, I was like, oh yeah, there's something wrong with you. You trying to get credit for something you didn't. He told us you didn't do it. You
don't even have accountability. But I mean, he said that as well. He said that there are things that, or was that her that said it? One of them said something about there are certain things that they can't talk about, him and his mother, probably because he doesn't have the emotional regulation to carry out the conversation, and I doubt she does either, because she did the same thing that we've seen him do throughout the season. She'll start saying something and then just get emotional and start crying about it.
Yeah, they can't emotionally regulate, neither of them.
Can't. No.
Yeah.
It turns to tears immediately. So, and you can tell like he's grown up with her doing that his entire life. I guess the portion of his life that he was with her.
And I think he also has abandonment issues. He probably feels abandoned by his mother. He probably feels that because she's not sleeping with him, she is going to abandon him. There might be something to that too. What do you think about the fact that I had someone telling me, well, he wasn't really upset that they weren't having sex. He was upset because she used to have one night stands, but she won't sleep with him. Like that was the particular thing that he was upset about.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I mean, I think it was stupid for her to say that. Like, you don't need to. If your whole thing is, I think she's not having sex with him because she don't want to have sex with him. Number one, I don't think it has anything to do with wanting to wait till marriage. I think she's not feeling him like that. She's just trying to get to the wedding episode so she can wear the dress, make it all the way to the end of the show, get as much visibility out of her being on this show as possible, and move on with whatever level of fame this offers her. So I think that's where she actually is. But telling him that in that moment isn't gonna make him feel any better. Like, okay, so that just verified what I was thinking. There are men out here who have just been able to go there immediately, and I have to wait. Now, at the same time, it is only 4 weeks. Like I've never really understand dudes tripping about waiting in the first place, and I don't even understand got attested. Like when he was talking about, I need to hit that before we get married. Now, first of all, you didn't sound as retarded when you. I'm sorry, is that the wrong word to use?
God, Lord, you about to get us banned off of YouTube.
You didn't sound as touched when you was talking about, I need to hit that first. Like you sound like a pretty
like a regular, yeah, exactly.
You sound like a normal nigga when you were saying that. But I've never even understood that thinking because I ain't never had no bad pussy. I just it's all been pretty fucking.
Oh, right.
You know what I'm saying? So like, I don't see the problem with waiting. You know what I mean? Like I really don't. Like we can do other things up until that point. I'm pretty sure I know what it's gonna be when we get to that point. So I ain't tripping about that. So
yeah.
I don't think it would have been a problem for her to just say, look, I just want to wait until we get married. But when you start talking about, it was a year ago that you was, letting niggas raw dog you night one. Why are you telling them this? That's stupid. You're giving him a reason to crash out. And then because I believe, or we've been told that he's been incentivized to accentuate or exaggerate his weird behavior, he just crashed out in that moment. But I just felt like her telling him that at all was kind of dumb. I don't understand what the
I don't care that she's done that either. I do think telling him, knowing that he can't emotionally regulate himself and knowing that he was already crashing out about it wasn't a good idea. But she says, I made men wait years. I said, oh, well then Edmond really in for something though, because
and them niggas was not waiting. I promise you that. They might have been waiting. They might have been waiting for you, but they when you wasn't around,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying. When you wasn't around, they wasn't waiting. Nobody waiting no years, like years, and you're not even like in years for what? Like, or what's the end goal after all? Just to get like, no,
it might be something. It might be something magical. You don't know.
There's way too much easily accessible out here for a nigga to be sitting around waiting for years, and there's no what's the promise at the end of the rainbow? Like, nah, bro. Nah.
Yeah, these two are making me. It's giving me things to think about because everybody feels bad for him because they think he's on the spectrum. I can't confirm nor deny that he is on the spectrum. I just want him to stop acting the way that he's acting. I don't know.
I don't feel bad for him if he's participating. If he's doing this, if he is being coerced or encouraged to accentuate these behaviors, like I'm not feeling bad for him. I do feel that he is being exploited, and I think that he's being maybe taken advantage of a little bit. If he is ignorant enough, I'll say that word. If he is ignorant enough to portray an exaggerated version of his already problematic behavior, I do think he's being exploited, but I can't say that I necessarily feel bad for him if this is what he's doing for fame.
Yeah.
And, if they're telling production is telling him, hey, the more you do this, I'm saying, the more likely we're going to feature you. This is good TV. If that's how he wants to gain that notoriety and recognition, then I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna give you fame for being a dumbass, for real. And I'm not gonna feel bad for that. But I do think that he's being exploited. And I don't like that the black couple this season is a complete joke. Like they are.
We could talk all day about, in particular, how black women are portrayed on these shows. And I'm someone who's a little bit nicer than others. I say I understand that it's their job to create drama. I get that they want the ratings, but at the expense of black women all the time, I don't know. I'm tired of seeing it.
Yeah, the fact that they were pushing Edmond onto the black women specifically, allegedly. Like that is a problem, man. Like for real. Like if you're pushing him on to everybody, if y'all just want him on the show and you're making everybody go sit down and talk to him, I don't like that either, because nobody needs to sit down and talk to him. He told y'all that he literally eats his own fucking boogers. Like he doesn't need to talk to anybody. But if you're gonna,
I will say something about that though. I think that the audience really, really wants to see a black couple all the time, and so maybe they were like, we're gonna give him a black couple, but they could have gave her somebody else. It didn't have to be him. So I agree with you on that part.
I feel like one of them other dudes and one of them other women had enough conversations for them to build a storyline around. And there are couples that get engaged that don't get picked to go on the trip. I would love to find out if one of the other black people from the show, if two of the other black people from the cast actually got together and just didn't get picked to go on the trip.
Yeah. That's true.
Because that would be egregious. That would be That would be so fucked up.
Well, I mean, hopefully we actually get some answers at the reunion. You never know with Nick and Vanessa. Sometimes they'll actually say something that's worth hearing, and sometimes they won't. So we're gonna see how that play out.
Well, let me do this. I don't have nothing else to say about them. Do you?
No, I'm good. You want to go to some comments?
Yeah, we can go to some comments. Let's see. There were 2 or 3 other brothers on the show. We never saw them date other. Yeah, there were 2 other brothers I know from the pods, and I feel like there were like either 2 or 3 other either black women or at least women of color. Because I feel like, I think there were 3 other black women. Because I think there was one who may have been mixed race, but
yeah,
I think there were 3 other black women. We never even saw them have a conversation with anybody.
No, we only saw them in the beginning when they were like, "Why are you here?" We saw and then Chyna, oh, beautiful woman, never saw her.
Yeah. No, we never saw her. We only saw her saying that she doesn't typically get approached because people think that she's stuck up or whatever.
Aggressive, yeah.
Yeah. And we never saw her have a single conversation with anybody. And I'm sure her and Dayo had some conversations. I'm sure her and the other dude who he said something that was, I ain't gonna say it was profound, but he said something that Nick. That was
Michael.
Yeah, Michael was his name. Mm-hmm. Yeah. We didn't see him have a single conversation with anybody.
Yeah, true.
Who knows? Who knows what all we missed by being force fed?
Edmond. So. Unfortunately.
Yeah. I don't know what city they should do next. I don't know what's on the
I mean, they probably already have it filmed at this point, but
I feel like they just recently were casting for Austin.
Oh, that's interesting. I don't know much about Austin. Is that one of the good states in Texas, or good cities in Texas?
It's the capital. It's one of the more popular cities as far as like people moving here, particularly from your state, from California. A lot of people move from California to Austin. But yeah.
New Orleans is next. What? Oh, I want to see that. I'm in there. That's where my family's from.
Yeah, I'm not even mad. I'm not even mad. You tapping out after this season? Nah, for real.
I almost didn't cover this season, but I was like, I gotta get the people what they want. But I almost didn't.
At least until the political temperature changes. I feel like TV is starting to mirror what we saw in the polls, and we're getting a lot of imagery. We're getting a lot of messages, a lot of themes that are consistent, and they're not good. With these casts, with the people that they're selecting and their beliefs and the way they're coming across, I think these shows are all going to have some pretty obvious problems for the next few years while we're dealing with
next 3 at least.
While we're dealing with what we're dealing with presently in this country. So
I agree.
It's unfortunate, but hey, I mean, hopefully nothing changes as far as this platform is concerned, and we're able to keep coming on here and calling this shit out, because that's pretty much all we can do.
Yeah,
is come on here and call this shit out. But there are some very obvious messages being sent out. Some obvious tropes.
This season is very bizarre. Who it's coming from too?
Yeah,
being that clearly gay man, but.
Yeah, and he's getting such a clean edit. I feel like we're missing so much. I feel like we're missing so much context, because why does everybody have a problem with him? And I'm not saying everybody is right, because like I said, I think it's fucked up. If you have a problem with him, go say it to his face. Don't be doing all this behind his back talking and then smiling in his face. I don't like that shit. But
maybe they did though.
Maybe they did, but I'm saying we didn't see it.
We didn't see it.
If everybody does have a problem with him and they brought it up to him, we didn't see it.
We didn't see it.
But we're seeing every fucking stupid thing Edmond does.
Ooh, the agenda behind it. Now that's a whole nother conversation.
It is, and we're not going to have time for that conversation.
No, we definitely
somehow have gone an hour and 30 minutes, which was not my intent.
We've been yapping.
Which was not my. Hey, but like I said, for 2 people who've never had a conversation before, I think we did pretty good.
We did do pretty good. We got to do it again.
Yeah, we definitely got to do it again. So we'll hey, if enough of y'all like this, and subscribe to our channels off of this, you know, we could even make this regular. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I'm down.
But y'all gotta show love. So please show love. Please like the video. Please subscribe to both of our channels respectfully. But I'm ready to go get ready for Monday Night Football. I got some lineups to build.
He got shit to do.
What you on? What you on? I got some lineups to build.
Somebody said bring in Sean next time.
Oh yeah, we can bring Sean in next time too. I don't even know. I don't know if Sean has watched up to this point yet. He usually doesn't watch until I say, "Hey man, are you watching this?" Because he be having Sean has a lot. Yeah, Sean has 7 kids in the house. I think he has 8.
Sean ain't got no time.
Sean ain't got no time. Sean ain't got no time. So I got to tell Sean. But yeah, we'll get him on it. We'll try to at least.
All right, we'll make it happen, y'all.
I appreciate y'all. I wish we could have been more interactive with the chat, but y'all know I'm touch and go when it comes to that.
And this is my first time on this StreamYard platform, so I'm still trying to figure out how to use it. But yeah. But
I did read the comments, and y'all know I appreciate it when y'all come in and say what y'all need to say. But yeah, this was cool. This was cool, and it was nice meeting you.
It was nice meeting you all this time in the comments.
Right.
Crazy.
Now.